the food scan in China? Do you see that video?
No.
So instead of scanning the barcode, you just put your food and it sees the food that you have and it charges you for it.
Mm.
Okay. I feel like with that, with Amazon store, right, where you just walk in, walk out,
Yeah.
it's like, why why would anybody waste time with payments in the future? Like I'm seeing the direction of this and I'm
Oh yeah,
like, yeah,
yeah,
this,
yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah.
Makes no
It's
sense.
gonna go in that direction. Like we already see it, right? Like you had before, you had a lot of checkout lines. Now you have self
Yeah.
checkout, right?
Yeah, right, yeah. And then
So it.
so if you don't know what the Amazon one is I don't know how it works, but you walk in and then as you walk out, it'll charge your credit card because it knows what you're walking out with.
Hmm. I think
I guess
that.
there's like multiple scanners connected to your phone. Trying to figure out the tech behind it, but like,
Yeah, I
you
don't
know,
know how if they're um are they just walking out with it, or are they having to put it on a somewhere to
no,
scan
no,
it?
they just. Oh, you showed me this video like 2 years ago. It was in I think it's in play in Oregon or something like that.
No, no, that's yeah for Amazon. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah
Oh, you're
for
talking
the,
about the China,
yeah the
China one?
China one. Yeah.
Okay, so if you watch the video, it's like you walk up to the scanner, you put your plate of food down, and then it scans all the plate of food, and then it just bills you, and you just
Okay,
leave.
yeah. So I think that's more like programmed into the cameras what to look for, right?
Yeah, right. So it made sense with the tech. When I saw it, I was like, oh yeah, this is just like basic like scanning tech that we have now. Like
Hmm.
if you input a check into the bank machine, it reads the number. I
Right.
don't have to type in how much was on the
Hmm.
check. I don't know if you've done this recently or before.
No,
Have you
I
ever
have.
had to deposit a check?
Mm, now I just deposit on the phone, but no.
Oh yeah, okay. Phone is the exact same way,
Yeah.
but
Okay.
or it's not the exact same way. It's like it's a similar concept where it reads the numbers that
Hmm.
you've written out, right? So that's just basic like AI reading.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
it is able to read what's on your
Right. Right. No, I
counter.
think in Amazon store they have multiple cameras, so they're
Oh, that's how it is? I
yeah.
thought it was like tagged or something. Okay,
No,
multiple
it's
cameras. That
tagged
makes sense.
to with your account, right? When you're going in with your Amazon
Oh,
account.
okay, yeah, I see what you're saying.
So
Yeah, yeah. And
whatever
it
you're
scans, it's like,
picking
oh,
up,
you put that in the cart.
yeah. I like
Interesting.
the like Uniqlo's one is pretty interesting too, where you're
Oh
just
yeah, you just put it.
placing the food,
That's another
the
one.
food,
Yeah,
the
the clothes.
clothes. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I was
the
I was so
scan.
confused at first.
So there's a scanner like reader. Like I think I asked them how it worked, and
Same because I was like, they're just like put it in. I was like, put it in. What do you mean? All right.
so
And
it
it's like,
just
oh, okay,
automatically
cool.
reads the scanner as soon as you put
Yeah,
it in.
okay.
So it's very cool.
So unique. But you know what's funny? It's like they get like we think of Western society as the pinnacle of the world, right? But
Hmm.
all these tech things are first implemented in Asian countries, and then later they're brought over if they're successful or easily implemented in Western countries.
Hmm.
You know, like for example, the TTC. You know, like line one, I think it is.
Yeah.
How it's just one long tube,
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
right? That was in friggin' Hong Kong forever.
Hmm.
It's only until we brought it over, like more recently, and it seemed like a crazy novel innovation to us, but like Asia's been on it for like a
Right.
while.
I feel like that was yeah. It's more like I mean we've been doing subways for a while, right? I guess so. It's more like when the old system or the old tracks things or whatever, like when you upgrade to the next
And like,
thing, like just
oh, and like how implementation, how long it takes and stuff.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna use it for like I don't know 10 years or whatever, and like how
You think
often
there's
do
a
you change?
contract?
No, how often you change them? You can't just change them every year, right? Just too costly.
Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, 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 yeah. So it just wasn't effective cost wise
It's
at
like
that
yeah,
time.
yeah, exactly. It's like oh, this is coming to its life now. It's time
But
to
right, but that's the thing. That's why I was like, if you just understand how economics works, you could figure out how the future is going to move or
hmm
why things happen the way they are. Because it's
yeah,
like you go to a different country, you're like, why wouldn't they implement this here? It's so genius. It's
yeah.
like, well, the cost of implementing it is too high.
Hmm.
You're like, what? It comes down to cost? It always comes down to cost.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
the crazy part. It's
Of
like
course, yeah.
always about money.
So I think why I liked like talking about the scanning thing. I don't like the self checkout. because you're making me do the work of a cashier.
Yeah.
All right.
Like, bro, you
But
just
then
got rid
if
of
I
it. I'm
just
doing
have to,
work.
but then if I just have to pick it up, put it in a cart, and walk out,
Totally.
now you've made it much more easier to
For
accept.
sure, for sure. But so that reminds me of like that brings to light what happened last night, which is when it's not efficient, you just get annoyed. So we were
Yeah.
trying to watch um so Tara's a big fan of The Bachelor, and she's explaining to me that it's like this game. So I'm like, all right, let's watch one episode or like one season of The Bachelor. So turns out you can only buy the season of The Bachelor. So I'm like, all right, let's buy it. So I went to go buy it, but there's
Okay.
a whole on the Google TV, like Google
Oh,
Chrome.
okay.
That's how we were gonna buy it.
Mm-hmm.
But there's such a process to buying this. Like it's like, all right, purchase, and then it gives you a link. And then it's like I have to open my laptop and then like type in the
Oh my
URL
god.
code. You already heard it and you're like, dude, this is
Well,
too cumbersome.
that's why I like Apple that much.
I know. And you just
It's
like hit it. You're like,
it's so
yeah,
convenient. Apple has done
yeah,
it. Apple has like made me realize the convenience that I can't do with other companies. I can't do it.
yeah,
I
yeah,
can't do
for sure.
it.
I can't. And let's not forget, this is all run by Cobalt, lasers, So it's like, there's always yin and yang, man. We love it, but it's like, yeah, slave labor is building this, but
Hmm.
it's so sick though. It's like, anyways. So when you see how things are improperly run, like the Google Chrome thing, I was like, this is so inefficient. And it opened the thing, and then it's like, all right, input your credit card. I'm like, why isn't this thing linked to my credit card
I don't
already?
understand. Yeah, why? But you're doing it. You're getting it through Google Chrome.
Yeah, so it's linked to my Google email, my Gmail.
So you couldn't buy it from
No,
the Chrome itself. No, where were you getting it from?
no,
On the phone
from
or
the
on
Chrome itself, bro.
from the Chrome
From the
itself?
Chrome.
They couldn't do it.
I know. That's why I was like, this is so crazy. Like, that's why it made me think of the China scanner thing and like the Amazon. Like, this should be more efficient. It's
Right, right,
2022, 2023.
right.
Even with like
Like the Apple thing is so good.
that's what I mean. Yeah.
It's like even like I watch it on the PS5, right? I can log into the
Yeah.
Apple TV app now, right? So
Yeah.
all of
Yeah.
my purchases that I've done are in the library right away. I can
Yeah.
just watch it, like stream it. Like
Why, like,
it's
why
so
is that
easy
more
to
efficient?
access.
Yeah.
It's crazy.